This is my brother-in-law Daniel, and this is his dream car, an '06 G35 sedan with a 6-speed. Dan and I were super close and spoke daily about building cars, making cinematic videos, and creating content for both of our channels. In fact, he was the one who pushed me to make this channel in the first place. We did numerous 30-day content challenges and worked on numbers of cool automotive projects together. We also shared a passion for fantasy films like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and Star Wars. Dan was taken too soon last year from leukemia that was dormant in his system for a few years. It came as a huge shock as he was young, fit, and active, showing absolutely no signs of being sick. He started and ran a successful business, was an honorable man who not only loved my sister, but his family and my family alike. He always made friends and deep connections wherever he went. It was amazing. Being a full-time husband, fun uncle, and business owner, Daniel was building his future brick by brick, and he saved his money until he could afford his G35 dream car. And he loved this car. He was able to enjoy it for a few months before he passed, and I'm so overjoyed and so thankful that he had the same fun that a lot of us hobbyists have in shopping around for grippy tires. He found the perfect shift knob that, for the record, will never leave this car, and a bunch of tools. It seemed like every single day he was calling me to tell me about how he did another pull on the highway, or how he was researching different exhausts and researching different coilovers and adding power, and he was just so excited about having this car and modifying it to his tastes and likes. So last year I bought the car from my sister and we road tripped it back home. Our mission is to continue the build in Dan's honor and help raise awareness for leukemia and potentially save lives by early detection. With that being said, I'd like to encourage you all to get a simple blood test done at your next yearly physical. It could tip you off to many dangers that could be lurking. I will also link more information about this in the description below. I hope you guys enjoy the build and follow along this journey. Our friends at Fortuna Auto helped me choose the perfect set of coilovers for the build. These 510s should be perfect for street and track use. The quality is amazing and they are a forever coilover, meaning they are hand built to spec here in the United States and you can upgrade or customize whatever and whenever you want. My set were built and shipped in a short amount of time and even came with a certificate with all sorts of cool information like the date when they were built and who put them together. So big shout out to Chris Smith for making this set. Now let's get the car in the garage and up on jack stands.
Yeah, you're perfect.
Helping me today is Steve. Steve and Dan became friends right away and instantly formed a connection as Steve has a pretty amazing G35 himself.
I'm ready when you are.
He has been here for this whole build so far and couldn't be more grateful for his help and friendship. Also, it's very obvious to see that he is a madman when it comes to working on cars. He already has most of that corner disassembled. Now this is a pretty standard coilover installation, so I'll spare you the gritty details, but this is the same suspension setup you would find on most G35s and 350Zs as they share most components. The front, remove 3 bolts under the hood and unbolt the OEM strut from the lower control arm. You will need to take off the end link and brake line as well. You should be able to drop the OEM strut while being careful not to damage the ABS sensor and install the front coilover in reverse order. The front wheels go back on.
Good? Tight?
3/4 minutes.
Woo! Very nice. Look at this. That took away a lot of gap. That, wow. Two fingers.
Yeah.
How's it over here? Nice, dude.
And it'll lower more.
Yeah, it's gonna settle. So it'll settle after a while. Cool. All right, so the front is lowered. We're gonna pull it forward and measure just to make sure we're even on both sides. But it's low enough right now. It's about 2 fingers width, which is totally fine for now. And keep in mind that the suspension is gonna settle, so it will drop a little bit more over the next, what do you think, like a week or 2 weeks or something like that? Yeah, something like that.
Camera's not so straight right now.
Yeah, and the camber's not, it's not like, this thing seems pretty straight right now. So we're gonna pull it forward and measure and go from there.
26 3/4.
Okay, gotcha. So let's check out the other side. It's so low, dude.
26 3/4.
Nice, dude. Nailed it on the first try. Measure twice, cut once.
We pulled the car further in, jacked up the rear and put it on jack stands and got right to work taking the wheels and tires off. Now the rears are even easier than the fronts. 2 bolts on the top, 1 on the bottom, and the springs are removed from the cup as we won't need them anymore. Also be careful with your finger. God! Oh!
Yeah.
That really kind of hurt.
All right, so let me show you something cool that we found. So here we have the coilover and there's the dampening adjustment here. Now I wanted to be able to get to this dampening adjustment. We thought we were gonna have to go through the back and find where the towers are, but it was behind the seat. So the seats are pretty easy to take out. You just pop the seats off pretty much with a couple of bolts down there. And if you look up here, there's the top of the shock tower. So you can just adjust it right here. You don't have to do any drilling, which is really cool. So let's get these installed and we can, I'll probably ride around like this just for a little bit so I can dial in the dampening, but taking these on and off are really easy. They kind of hinge here. There's 2 bolts down here, size 14, really, really easy. That is so cool.
And just like that, we lowered the car after a little less than 2 hours of work.
Oh, not bad at all. That's perfect.
Now time to get some tasty cinematic shots and take it for its first test drive.
GoPro battery died, so we'll record on the phone our first drive. This is where we find out if we like tightened everything properly. Start hearing some noises or something. And this has dampening adjustments, so I will spend some time dialing this in as well, playing around with the firmness and the softness. The back seats are all tore up because I want access to the top mounts, just so I can dial that in. So far, no.
I mean, it feels
clunking.
really plush.
Yeah, it feels.
I don't know if they're on full soft right now or what. We didn't check, but it feels really plush.
Here's one of those hill bumps right here. That was not bad at all.
No, dude, this is perfect.
Big bump. Here we go. Oh, it ate it up. It ate that bump up. That is a huge bump. In the Z, it's like go.
Oh, yeah.
Like jarring. But these bumps,
That's nothing.
that's nothing.
Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. These are sick so far.
No ABS light or anything.
No lights,
Nice.
no ABS lights, nothing. Not bad. I'm really satisfied. I mean, it's been about 3 minutes, but
I mean, you know right off the bat.
yeah, I mean, if so, my brother-in-law had BCs that he put on, like kind of entry-level BCs, and as soon as he turned out of the driveway, there was creaking, clunking, and a binding noise. And we readjusted it like 4 times. We didn't see any issues. We just tried adjusting like the dampening and the height and everything, and it still didn't really help. And even to this day, he still has like a clunking and like metallic binding noise. But so far this has been nothing. We've already hit, I know we're only a couple minutes into this drive, but we've already hit some massive bumps that always plague me. And even with the stock suspension, I I wonder if Christina would feel a difference. Maybe we'll take this car to the church tonight and see what she thinks. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, nothing, dude. That's good. I don't know how it feels from the passenger side, but from the driver's side, it feels pretty planted. Not bad.
Just wait till you do front sway bar.
This is gonna be. That's usually a huge bump.
Yeah.
That is huge. I am ecstatic about these coilovers right now. I'm ecstatic. This is so good. Thank you everybody for watching, and if you made it this far, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be updated on the next video when we mount the new wheels and tires.